I'm loving my Hi everyone! So this is my I Heart Makeup chocolate and peaches palette. So I'm going to be swatching this for you, and I've done my makeup or my eye look with this palette today, and I'll show you how I achieved this. Let me zoom in a little bit. Sort of coppery orange daytime look, and the coppery shades are great because they really make my blue eyes stand out. So yeah, I'll be showing you that. So what I'm going to do now is just talk to you a little bit about this palette. So I got this palette from Tam Beauty. I had an email from them saying that this palette was coming in, and I'd seen lots and lots and lots of reviews about the other chocolate bar palettes, which are obviously dupes for the Too Faced chocolate bar palettes. I hadn't previously tried any, but I tried lots of Makeup Revolution palettes, and so I thought, well, do you know what, I'll give this one a go. It was really inexpensive. It was £10, I think. It might have been £8, but it was really inexpensive, and there's a good assortment of shades. There's a few mattes, quite a few shimmers, and so I just thought I'd give it a go. So let's have a look. I'll turn it upside down so you don't get the mirror. So as you can see, I've been using this palette because I thought I'd use it a couple of times so I could give you a decent review. So we've got some sort of orangey pinky shades, we've got some great smoky shades. These are both matte shades, a couple more matte shades. This is actually really, really nice. I used this, a little bit of this, and some of this gold, and this is a transition shade today to get the look that I'm wearing now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a swatch on all of the colours. Apologies if anything looks different. I've had to go and come back again. Although, exciting, it was a delivery driver with some more bits and pieces for me. Why am I holding this like a magic wand? Ding! So, I'll continue. I'm out of breath. So, the palette itself. I'm not massively enamoured with the packaging. It's really plasticky. It's a really peachy colour. Does it really look like melted chocolate? No. And it comes with this thing I was wielding. Little sponge eyeshadow applicator thingy. Hate these. Absolutely hate them with a passion. And it's just feels plasticky and tacky and low quality. Goodbye. So packaging, no, but for what you're spending, hopefully the money has gone into the quality of the shadows. So open it up and let's make a start. I can't open the thing. Alright, got it. So the first three I'm going to do is going to be this top one, this really dark one, and this sort of khaki green. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, so see, these are really dark. These look almost the same, and the creamy matte really hasn't shown up at all. This one here, oh, you can see now, it has like a purpley hue to it, whereas this is just really dark. This is actually a really pretty shadow. I don't think I've got the balls to wear it yet. So yeah, and these have swatched really well. Too well, I think. We're going to swatch these two here. It's got like a reddy hue to it, whereas this had a purpley hue. This has a reddy hue, and this is a lighter sort of goldy khaki. It's just a really pretty brown. So into that one and that one. You can see this copper colour is really, really pretty. And then this one hasn't swatched brilliantly well, but it is a pretty colour. Again, a shimmer. So let's go for another 3. So I'm going to go for this matte brown, this matte sort of peachy orangey shade, and then this shimmery pinky gold colour. See, that one feels really buttery and nice, as does this one. That's better. So this is really pretty. I'm absolutely dying to use this. I've used this today, as you can see, in my crease, and I've used a little bit of this as well, just to darken up here, the outer V of my eyes. So these 3 work really nicely together, and of course you've got the 2 mattes and then the shimmer, which is lovely. Oh, I'm having some fringe issues today. I should probably add as well that this has sort of a goldy undertone to it as well. So as you sort of move, it gives like an iridescent shimmer. Very pretty indeed. So let's go for this sort of ochre, and then a shimmery brown, and then a shimmery copper. Here we go. So these 3 colours under this light look really similar, but they're not. This is a lot lighter, and this is a matte, and then this is another shimmer. They do look very similar, but it is the light, and they do work really nicely together. I think they're quite complementary to one another. So I'm going to go for these, another quite a lot of warm browns, and then I'm going to go for this matte creamy shade. This is slightly lighter than this shade, and I have actually used this underneath the goldy shade that I used on my lid. So see, that feels really nice, as does this one. This feels a bit powdery. I'm just going to dip into this a little bit more because the previous light colour didn't swatch well at all. Oh, look at that. How messy was that? I think I need to practice my swatching skills. So you can see the light shade really hasn't showed up. Then again, another coppery shade, and these 2 again under this light look really similar, but this one has more of a brown shade to it, and this has more of a copper, but again work really nicely together. Again, disappointing the creamy colour there. And the last 2 is a matte, like a beigey brown, like a taupey colour I think, and then this shimmery gold. So there's the matte taupey colour. It actually looks orange under this light, and this is the shimmery gold. So I really like this colour, but what I will say is, while I was doing my eye makeup look with this gold, I was really struggling with it. I put some of the matte cream shades underneath and put the gold on, and it just wouldn't transfer. So I tried packing it on, really scraping into the palette to get the colour out. I tried putting some finishing spray on the brush and sort of doing it that way, but I did have a faff with that. So the palette, all in all, the packaging's naff. There's some beautiful shimmers in there. The matte shades in the darker colours are great. The matte shades and the lighter colours certainly need a lot of working with. Some of the shimmers, really, you have got to pack them on and work at it, but you certainly get a lot of payoff if you're prepared to work at it. So that's my review on the chocolate and peaches palette. So for the money I've spent, I really enjoy it. I'm quite happy with it. So a thumbs up from me. So now you've seen the lovely swatches, I'm going to show you how I created my eyeshadow look using the I Heart Makeup Chocolate and Peaches palette. Now, I don't profess to be a makeup artist. I don't profess to be trained from home makeup artist. I'm just a girl who loves applying makeup, has an interest in makeup, and I do it my way. It might not be the right way, it might be the wrong way. I don't mean to cause anybody any offence through what I'm saying or what I'm doing, so just a bit of a disclaimer. So to prime my eyes, I'm going to use this Makeup Revolution eye primer. It's called Aqua Seal and it's a liquid eye primer. I didn't think I'd get on with this at all. I had no idea how to apply it. So I watched a few YouTube videos and they say it can be a sealant as well, but I haven't quite figured out how to get this liquid on top of my eyeshadow without the whole thing going. So if anybody knows, please comment below. I'd be very, very, very happy to know how to use this as a seal. So I've got my eyeshadow primer on. Let's just give it a rub. Okay, so I'm just going to grab a brush. So I'm going to grab my Sigma E40 brush. It's probably the wrong one for the job, but hey. And I'm going to get my palette. So, oh, look at those disgusting brushes, yak. So I'm just going to take this colour here and use that as a transition shade. So excuse me, I'm going to use the mirror over here. So I'm just going to put the transition shade into my crease using window wiper motions, is it? I hope this mirror's not in the way. So it actually looks more browny on my eye than it does inside the palette. So I'm wondering if that was a bad colour choice for the transition shade, but let's go with it. So next I'm going to pick up this colour here. Look at the thumbprints on there. I don't like that at all. So I'm going to pick up this goldy shade here. I'm just going to pop a little bit of that over the top because that transition shade looks a little bit too dark. Because I've got hooded eyes as well, I have to take any eyeshadow further up because otherwise it's just not seen. Okay, so now I'm going to start using some of the darker shades in the palette. So I'm going to start building up this colour here, but just with a really gentle hand, really gentle hand. Just using the same brush, really gently, just backwards and forwards. These shadows are blending out really nicely. They swatched really nicely. There was a couple of shades that didn't swatch brilliantly well. So now I'm just going to apply with a different brush. Ah, where's it gone? Haha, there it is. So I'm going to grab some of the beigey shade here that's a matte shadow, and I'm just going to pack that onto my eyelid itself. So now I've got the goldy colour, and I'm just going to pack that over the top. Struggling a bit here to get this to show up. So I'm just going to get my Scandinavia never mind, brush, and I'm just going to spray the brush to try and get this sort of goldy shadow to just pick up a little bit more. So I'm just packing it on, not all the way to the outer corners. It's really struggling even with the finishing spray on the brush. I'm quite disappointed with that. It's swatched beautifully. I don't know if you can see that. But it's swatched really well, but it's just not transferring. Oh, sad about that. So, after the disappointing outcome with the gold, I'm going to just try and just darken up the outer V's of my eyes, taking this colour here, which is like a rusty browny colour, again with a really light hand, because these do seem to be super pigmented. So just on the outer V of my eye, and just really carefully just blending that through. I'm going to have to clean up with a bit of concealer because there is quite a lot of fallout on these shadows. I mean, I'm wearing this as a daytime look. You could get some beautiful smoky eyes from this palette, but I have to go to the shop, so I don't want to look overdone. And I'm just going to blend out the top here, because I'm not going to put any highlight shade here. I might put a tiny little bit. Like I say, I'm not a makeup artist. I don't do this for a living. I just like makeup and experimenting with makeup. And now that the gold's actually stuck, and I've darkened the corners out and just blended it through a little bit, I'm quite happy with the way that the shadows have blended, with the sort of sparkly and matte elements of it. So I think it needs a little bit of mascara, and I think that's a pretty good makeup look for me. So once again, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and as I say, I've just had some deliveries, so ooh, I'm excited. So thanks for watching.